Stocks that are gaining today, we have CCL Products as well. It's gained more than 75% in the last 1 year and then some more. And Spark Capital believes that it can gain even more from here because it's initiated its coverage on the stock with a buy rating and a target price of 869 odd rupees. They indicate that the company plans to double its capacity by FY25, which is something that the management has told us here multiple times. To discuss this and more, we're joined by Challa Srishant, who's the Managing Director of CCL Products. Challa, yes, you are doubling your capacity. You are, looking to increase the capacity utilization going forward. But just to corroborate your own projections with what the street is anticipating, CCL Products revenue and net profit is expected to compound at 22% and 26% over the next 5 years as per Spark. Your thoughts on the same? How close are you to, how close are they to your own internal projections?
So the projections that we've given earlier also, they remain the same. We're talking about doubling our capacities within the next couple of years. And once that capacity comes online, we'll be able to double our top line and bottom line within the next 4 years.
Okay. So, Srishant, when we are talking about a doubling of capacity and also talking about revenue contribution coming in from there, generally, how has Q1 been so far? There have been some issues around demand concerns, but is that not a problem for you? What is the rest of the year looking like in terms of demand and volume growth?
So I can just talk generally because officially we're in our silent period right now, so I can't specifically comment on any quarter. But overall, whatever guidance that we've given for the year, we are on track with respect to that. The guidance that we've given for the next couple of years also, we're on track for that. So the demand as such is quite good. The coffee consumption is increasing on a global basis at the same pace that it has been in the past. We are gaining extra market share because of our strategies, whatever we have in place. So, overall, we are relatively confident that we will be able to achieve what we are talking about.
Okay. Your additional capacity in Vietnam, that's come on stream?
Yes, it's already come on stream.
Okay. Can you just tell us how exactly it is functioning at this point in time? When do you expect it to ramp up? What is the maximum capacity utilization that we can expect? And what would it probably do to your P&L, say in FY24, FY25? When can we see a visible contribution?
So the guidance that we had given a couple of months ago when we came online is that we'll be at about 50% utilization of the new capacity. The break even for us is around 30% utilization. And the first year guidance we had given is about 50% utilization. So, as of now, that's the same guidance that we're going with as well for the whole year.
Right. What about flavored coffee? It is close to around, 5% of your brand sales? And I see a lot of other brands trying to cash in on that. There is Nescafe, there's Brew. Tata Coffee too has its flavored caramel coffee liquid that they've launched recently. How do the economics of this pan out? And what's the potential that you see here?
To be frank, actually, flavored coffees will be more closer to 0.5%, not 5%.
Okay.
It's actually a very, very niche segment which is growing. But it's the standard products which people generally prefer. They make it in their own way. So these are the products which are growing at a faster pace. Because the volume base is very small for flavored coffees on a percentage basis, it appears much higher, but looking at the large picture, it's still quite small.
Do they have higher margins?
Yes, they do have higher margins than the standard products.
Okay. So how much higher would that be versus the standard products in terms of basis points? Because if it does start contributing more to your revenue, margin profile will change as well, right?
Yes, but you also have to spend a lot more for advertising, marketing these products, creating that awareness. So this is something which will take a couple of years to do. So even if you're earning maybe 30-40% extra margin for these products, the kind of spend that you have, the actual benefits you'll see only in a long-term basis.
Okay, and that I would assume is generally in the instant coffee space, considering that there are lots of flavored coffees that I've tried till now, and mint is my favorite. But nonetheless, you did make a small acquisition as well last month. You acquired a brand for around 5.5 odd crores. Small acquisition there. But nonetheless, how is that particular acquisition doing, and what does it mean for your larger inorganic plans as a company? How much have you put aside for acquisitions? What type of acquisitions are you looking at, and what else can we expect?
To be frank, this was an opportunity that presented itself, and that's one of the reasons why we decided to go ahead with this. It is a brand that we've been associated with right from the inception till about 2018. The brand was growing, and we were the primary supplier to this particular brand. When the original owner sold it to the Lofbergs Group, that's when things started changing, and slowly the brand sales started coming down. We were quite keen on acquiring this brand because we feel that there's a very good potential, and as I think everyone's already aware, our USP is that we don't reveal our formulations to anybody. So we have the original formulation for this particular brand. It's a very unique formulation that we had created. And we saw that the market feedback that was coming is that, oh, there's something that's different in the coffee, doesn't taste the way it used to. So we knew we could solve that problem. So that's one of the reasons why we were quite keen on acquiring this particular brand.
Okay, so that's of course a trade secret, so no wonder you don't want to share it with anyone. But I wanted to check on the working capital as well, because I wanted to understand how does it work in your industry when it comes to raw material pricing and keeping working capital, because it did improve in Q4. Is that something which would be a sustainable trend?
Yes, it is, because the previous years, because of COVID and then the shipping issues and all that, we were stocking up a little bit more on raw materials, which now it's becoming more normalized, which is why the working capital cycle and everything is improving a bit now.
All right. And, we ask this to you periodically, and let's ask this once again. What's the update on the FMCG business? I mean, have you zeroed in on directors, management, goals, categories that you are looking at?
There's nothing much that has changed as such from our side. So we do have a very good team that is in place. We are constantly expanding that team as well. So we have whatever projections, numbers that we've given, we are sticking to the same thing. So we are building our resources also accordingly so that we can achieve these targets.
Any new categories? I remember you said you had gotten ideas for biscuits or some coffee-related products that you would look at.
Too early to tell right now.
Too early to tell me or too early to tell your team?
To the public.
Got it.
Okay, all right. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us. That is about CCL Products. The stock has been a big gainer, up 2.5% in trade today as well.